his peacefulness, his peaceful nature, which he came to show another side of God and another way, a characteristics of God, the actually original God and nature of God, not the original God, except that God has no origin. I don't want anybody to misunderstand that, to say I say that God has an origin. He has no beginning and has no end. And that because he has showed his peaceful nature, then he is no longer a warrior avenging the sins of unbelievers up to fourth generations and punishing the sins of the wicked and the evil all the time. In this series, we have been telling different experiences and different stories that we know to be the truth. Because these are events that happen that you can find in any historical research that can be verified by whoever is the king of the time these events took place. Multiple events showcasing the power of God, the power of his punishment. Giving you an example of how to bring justice to those that have been wronged, that have been destroyed, that are being persecuted, those that abuse their power and might against their people. For this is said in a nation called Israel. But there are multitude of nations, except that one is chosen to suffer and live and go through this love relationship that shows punishment as part of love. For you punish the one that you love, so that he does not become a waste and a source of misery for you. That's why you punish your children, you discipline them. So that the people may see and not be like those wicked and evil people. So that they can fear the Lord. And maybe before I go there, that we may need to revisit the word of the Lord in the book of Deuteronomy. In the book of Deuteronomy 17, let's go to Deuteronomy 17 so that you can find some beginning before we go back again to see what the Lord had done. In Deuteronomy 17, from verse 1, Deuteronomy 17, verse 1, the word of the Lord said, "You shall not sacrifice to the Lord your God an ox, or a sheep which has a blemish, or any defect, for that is a detestable thing to the Lord your God." I once told you the story of this believer that I love as a Christian, and I love them and the family as a whole. And I've spent a lot of time with them, more than I have spent with anyone else who is not a family or bloodily related to me. That when I go there, he offers me a gift which She knows and he knows and they know he's a gift to God as man of God. But always offering me things that expired or rotten, things that is left over in the freezer for so long until it is rotten. He wants to empty the fridge and he remember, oh, a man of God is coming. And then he packaged them and send it with me. People that they come to the church. And what they offer to the church are things that are disposable. Things that they don't need anymore. Things that they have used. You take it to the church like you taking it to Salvation Army, where people drop things that they don't like so that they can prepare and package it and give them away or sell them to raise money to support their ministry. We have one of those non-profits that are able to do that. And we collect things and we keep it. People will go and pick and choose what they want. These are things they offer to the Lord. Those that go to church and they offer the proceeds of Satan, they steal the proceeds of a crime, they bring to the Lord, and that's what they give to God. And they have a lot of people who are men of God that encourage and accept them. I remember talking to a man of God who was talking to say, he was just telling a story and say, well, if they have the money and they got that kind of money, let them bring it to me and I will bless it and it will become clean. That was his mindset. And he said it to my hearing and I said to him, how can you accept such offerings, of such gifts, of such task giving that is being offered in your church that you run as a pastor or general overseer as an acceptable sacrifice to God? How come that you don't question, you open your mouth and say it, you don't question where the money comes from? You don't care. As long as they come and bring it to the church, it's